Hey parents, have you ever checked out your child's handwriting and it just looked like a bunch of letters all smushed together on the paper because your little darling did not leave not one space between words? Or sometimes when they leave spacing, they'll leave a space in between letters that belong in the same word. So it becomes really hard to read. And you need to spend a lot of time trying to read it. So we're going to go ahead and get right into ways that we can help our kiddos leave the right amount of space. We're going to talk about the golden rules of spacing. I'm Nicole Santamaria. I'm the founder of Miami Handwriting. I'm an occupational therapist, and I help parents just like you help their kids get legible, readable handwriting. All right, golden rules of spacing. So we need to teach our kids to leave space between each word so that when they're writing sentences, we can distinguish one word from the other. The second part of spacing that a lot of people seem to skip or, skim over is they need to leave the right amount of spacing within a word, right? So each letter should be next to each other. So when you leave a big space, it means it's a new letter. Sometimes the kids will write two letters next to each other and then just leave a space and then continue the word. So it looks like it's two words. So what that does, it requires a lot of effort on our part to read it. The kids get confused when they're rereading it. It creates a lot of confusion when they're copying off the board. So the golden rules for spacing, there are tons of ways. I mean, we're so lucky we live in a generation of Google and Pinterest, right? Like life cannot get any better. So you can Google and Pinterest your ways to teach your children spacing, keeping in mind you're looking for spacing between words and also the right amount of spacing for letters within one word. My favorites are leaving a space of nothing, right? Just leave a space between words. My other favorite is a finger space because we always have a finger, right? Another one that I like because it covers both areas of spacing is meatball and spaghettis. The idea being that you leave a meatball between each word and then you want a piece of spaghetti between each letter. So basically means the letters need to be closer to each other, and it's cute and everybody loves meatballs and spaghetti, so you can't resist. So I know what really makes a difference with all of this is what I'm going to get into it right now is something that a lot of people don't talk about. Number one, you have to be specific, intentional, and explicit. You need to teach the kids about spacing. Some of them get it, and a lot of them do not get it, or they do not get how important it is for legible writing. And if their perceptual skills, their visual perceptual skills, their visual motor skills are off by even a little bit, then it becomes even more challenging. So being specific and explicit and detailed in our instruction gives them a huge advantage. Number two is make sure they get to experience spacing between letters. So a really cute example I like to do is the cat sat. We have three children bunched together and they're the. Then we leave a big space and then we have three more kids saying, and not one is C, one is A, one is T. You can have them hold a sign. And then so far for the next same thing for sat. So that is definitely giving them experiences that are not, pencil and paper related, right? And make it multisensory, right? The more things that are not a pen and not a paper that you can have them practice this concept of spacing, the more they're gonna learn it. Okay, so I know when we get these tips, we're like, oh, this is great, I'm gonna do it. If you're a parent, I'm gonna do it at home. If you're a teacher, I'm gonna do it in my classroom. But you know what? There's a lot of things coming at us and we forget. So I've got you. I have a cheat sheet, the golden rules of spacing. It gives you some of my favorite ideas for spacing and teaching children spacing. And it definitely has a reminder to the ways we should implement it, which is being specific, multisensory, and letting our kids experience it so they really learn it. So I can't wait for you guys to check it out. Don't forget to get the freebie. If you love this video, go ahead and watch the next one. And if you really love it, go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't make sure to miss